Hey, what's going on, everybody, and welcome back to yet another one. Today we're going to be recharging the AC on this 2011 Buick Enclave. Yes, I've already replaced the lines. I can't see any leaks. The AC button is just flashing. So I really do, let's see. Let me show you what it's doing. It's just going to make it hot for when I hook up the recharge kit on the low side. It's right next to the header. I'll show you that in a minute, but let me show you this real quick. All right, so I just started the car. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you that the AC does not want to kick on. It's all the way on cold. And then I'm going to hit the AC button and it just flashes. So that right there is telling me that it does not have enough pressure. So now what we need to do, we got this little AC kit, ended up being, I believe, like 25 bucks. And you need to make sure you use the correct refrigerant. I believe this is the 134A. Let's see if it's right there, 134A. And then it has a gauge on it as well, so you want to be between the 30 and 50. So I'm going to go ahead and get this hooked up, and from the front of the motor you're going to look straight down. You got your high side right here, and then your low side, as you can see, it's right clear down here, if it'll focus, right there. Take my hand away so it'll focus. It's that nipple right there. I already took the cap off of it, so I'm going to get that hooked up, start the car, and press in that AC line, or that AC button, and try and have it circulate. All right, so I'm going to show you that this adapter will not fit onto the high side. So the low side is going to be a smaller adapter. So as you can see, it will not fit. So it's kind of safe proof. You won't be able to get it in the wrong spot. But for this Buick Enclave, what we're going to do, twist this to the unlock. You're gonna have to bring it all the way down, and it's tight. And it's gonna be hot because you're gonna have to have your car running. And all it does is it clips onto that low side. If I can get it on there. All right, you want to try and get that? All right, so it is hooked up on that low side, and as you can see, my pressure is a little bit low. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pump just a little bit in there right now, then I'm going to start the car, and hopefully the AC will come on. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is start the car. All right, so I got the AC turned on, and you're gonna watch your gauge. And with your AC turned on full blast, you wanna pump this fluid in. And what I'm doing is shaking it as well. I'm just doing it little by little. I'm going to make sure the AC is on all the way. All right, so with this hooked up, the AC compressor is gonna kick on and kick off, kick on and kick off. So you will see this gauge jump clear up to 90, and then once the AC compressor kicks on, it'll drop right back down. I was hitting about 20 PSI roughly, and then the AC compressor would kick off and it'd jump right back up. You just got to keep adding more refrigerant into there. And I used the whole bottle, by the way. It's completely empty. I ended up getting it up to about, I'd say 35 PSI. So we're still in the good range. And with that, now the AC stayed on and it wasn't kicking on and off. So I probably could use another bottle. So, I mean, with that, it does tell me that there is a leak somewhere. Nothing's leaking as of right now underneath the hood, but with this Enclave, it has 2 AC systems. So there's gonna be one clear in the back. So I'll have to check that over, but in the short time, I just wanna have some cold AC while I'm driving. So this is a quick little temporary fix, and then I'll find out where that leak is a little bit later. But yeah, just make sure you don't go into the red when you're overfilling, when you're filling up your AC. And like I said before, you're not going to be able to get this hooked up onto the high side. It's always going to be on the low side that you fill up and recharge your AC. So with that done, all right, now we do have some AC, and we'll get in the car, start it up, and I'll show you that. Just make sure you put your caps back on. You do not want any debris getting into the system. If there's any water or any contaminants in it, it'll destroy your whole AC system, and then you're going to be out thousands of dollars to replace everything. You don't want to do that, so make sure you replace the caps, put them back on. So now let's start the car, and I'll show you that the AC light is staying on. All right, so now I'm just going to start the car. Okay, she started up. Let's turn it on. Now you can see the AC light is staying on. So that tells us that we lost a little bit of refrigerant, but as of right now, and that is some cold AC, which is nice. We don't have to drive with it being hot. All right, so now that we have AC in the car, everything's good. It's about 25 bucks, maybe 28 bucks. It's looking good. AC is staying on. I'll go through and diagnose, see if there's a leak somewhere else, which I know there is because we lost some. But yeah, just a little simple fix just to get some AC going on in your car so you're not dying of heat. Well, thank you guys for watching, appreciate it. Check out my other videos, they're pretty good. Thank you.